Can't be nervous, Crosby.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Hook the Line. We are back again with our favorite day of the week. It is Friday, and this is a very special day. As you can see, we have some guests with us. Guests, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
How's it going? I'm Mark.
Nick D. Owen.
I'm Jake.
Yeah, so these
Oh,
are our Purdue buddies from school. They're here to give us some of their picks. They're going to have a deep sea dog, some of our marquee matchup picks, and then some of their best bets and parlays as well. So we'll just jump right into it, into deep sea dogs. We do it every week. If you guys are new here, we got 5 points for the spread, 10 points if you outright win. We'll go ahead and start off with you. I think Nick D, you're the one who has the deep sea dog.
Yeah, I'll start us off. This week I think it was pretty easy. The Hoosiers are expecting on 7-0. Right?
wow.
And for that reason only, I'm going with UCLA to win outright in Bloomington. Mendoza sucks.
Damn.
I think this UCLA team is pretty good. They're 3-0 after their coach got fired. So
Frisky play calling on that team.
yeah, UCLA to win.
All right.
Close.
As fellow
Win line.
Boilermakers, we love it.
That is as deep of a
Yeah,
deep sea
that's
dog
it.
as it gets, but gotta love it.
Yeah, so Nick, what is that spread? Just go ahead and tell everybody so they know how
I
deep
think it is plus 25.5.
Jeez.
But that's why I said they're gonna win outright.
You're going for all 10 points.
You're just taking the money
It's
line?
actually 15
No
points.
spread?
Yeah, fuck the spread.
All right, shit.
We're not
Fuck
talking
it.
the spread. All right, you
So if I win,
go ahead
if
and,
this hits, do I get to be on the leaderboard?
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna add a little like guess total in there.
Yeah.
You'll be on the board. It'll either be great or you'll be up there as 0.
Yeah, or if they get blown out, we'll just cut you out entirely. So it's fine. Yusko, why don't you go ahead and give us your deep sea?
All right. I'm going weird. I've had success in the ACC. Last week, Syracuse was a fucking airball, so that was just abysmal. Shout out Louisville. So we're gonna stay in the ACC, and we're gonna kind of get really weird with this one. I guess no one has any more faith in the UNC program and Bill Belichick, and your boy is going and riding with the Tar Heels, and kind of reverting and going against the one deep sea dog that's brought me glory in UVA, but I'm buying low on Bill on a noon kickoff on tomorrow. So that's my deep sea dog. I'm riding with UNC to take down UVA.
Wow. Really,
It's kind of bold.
Team has not
but-
had one good game so far. So you think they finally get it together?
Yeah, come back home.
Jordan's gonna help.
Well, that's gonna throw off. I'm gonna have to change one. Of my
Yeah.
bets
He's
now
so
to
bad.
really contradict that.
Jordan might have to help.
I actually had
All right,
written
here.
down UVA -10 in a best bet section later.
There
so-
you go. I love it.
Oh,
No, we're gonna change that. We're not gonna keep
Hot
that.
take:
We'll change that.
UVA makes the playoffs.
Oh,
We're putting that out there. We'll put that on
Outright.
the big screen. We'll just keep that in the corner of every episode from now on, just so you can follow. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my nice and short. Nick, I'm riding with you. UCLA +25. It's homecoming week for the Boilers, so that means everyone has to go down that the Boilers don't like, including Indiana.
hell yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Owen. They're gonna have to go down sometime. They'll still make the playoffs.
wow.
They're gonna get their loss now. They need one.
Yeah.
It's coming now. Oh, damn.
Yeah, so
That's
we'll
hot
have
for
those,
sure.
we'll have those graphics up there, and then we'll move on to our marquee games. So the 5 games we're doing today are going to be our noon games. Are going to be South Florida and Memphis. Our other noon game is going to be, what's the other noon game? Is it Ole Miss and Oklahoma? And then we got BYU, Iowa State, which we haven't talked about BYU yet. Missouri at Vandy and Texas A&M LSU. So let's go ahead and start with the first noon game, which is South Florida at Memphis. Probably going to decide who gets in the playoffs for the group of 5 spot. Let's go ahead and start with our guests. What do you guys got?
Nick, you want to go first?
Yeah. So me and Tardy were talking this over before, and personally, I don't know shit about any of these teams, but I have faith in the over/under. So I'm taking the over
Oh.
this game. I have no idea about the.
So in the American Cup, I don't know if you guys watched the North Texas UCF game, but that was almost damn near 100 points
Electric football.
forward between them. So I think this is easy over Memphis. I think I remember them playing Arkansas.
They
if
did
I
beat
remember
Yeah.
correctly. So I think both these teams could put up a lot of points. So I think the over at 57.5 is good. Maybe like 55.5 if you're trying to be conservative, but 57.5 is a good line.
I like that.
Not UCF.
Huh?
You said UCF.
Oh, USF, yeah.
USF.
So
So
you're
both of
going-
you are riding the over.
South
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
I like the over.
I like that as well.
That's a good one.
Who do you
Any
have
lean
playing?
on the winner? Yeah, any lean on the winner?
It's gotta be the Bulls.
Who did Memphis lose to
Gotta
last
be the
week?
Bulls.
Memphis lost to UAB.
Yeah, UAB.
That was a rivalry game.
Memphis could bounce back after bad loss, and if they win this, they have a good position to make the playoffs. I'm pretty sure moving forward.
Yeah,
I mean-
they're at home too.
Oh yeah, they are.
It's all Bulls all day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
There's
gonna agree with
Bulls.
the boys in West Lafayette. That's definitely a nice over script right there. I'm gonna go. My score prediction is gonna be South Florida to win 45-35. So we got fireworks in the American Conference, but we're 3 for 3 on the over, I guess. So I don't know. What do you think, Harry?
Yeah, so I talked about this quarterback. When we did our top 10 quarterback list, I actually put the South Florida quarterback in there, Byron Brown. If you watched him play against Boise State, you'll know he's a tank. He just goes around and tries to truck people. He doesn't really throw the ball, but he can run. And this Memphis defense can't really stop anybody. I have fireworks as well. I have 34-31. I do think it's going to be closer, though, just because I think Memphis will bounce back after that brutal loss last week. And they'll play more like they did against Arkansas. So I got the over and South Florida to win.
All right.
Yeah. And then so yeah, that's gonna be a game I feel like nobody's really paying attention to. Hopefully you turn that one on. It should be some offensive fireworks, some funky.
Probably not gonna get turned on, unfortunately, but
Yeah, because the other game that's going on at the same time is going to be Ole Miss on the road at Oklahoma. That's number 8 at number 13. Spread is 5.5 Oklahoma. Over unders 52.5. Go ahead and give me your picks. We'll start with Nick D, Tardy, Jerb, and Owen over there.
You can go first.
So I love Lane Kiffin. I think he's gonna get these guys going after a loss to Georgia. I think, especially they're on the road again, it's gonna be tough, but I think they at least cover 7.5 points. I think it will be close. Maybe they get down by 14 at one point, but then try to claw their way back in. But I have faith in Ole Miss. I think they cover at least 7.5. I wouldn't be against sprinkling on a win.
oh wow.
I think Lane Kiffin is proven, and I think that right now a lot of eyes on him. Rumor mill is a lot of people from Florida are hoping to maybe lure Lane Kiffin out there. I think if I'm Lane Kiffin, I want to win in the biggest fashion possible, make my resume a lot better. So I'm looking for them to call it big today.
I like that.
I'll jump right in. I'm going Ole Miss money line for my
Wow.
main reasons are one, Ole Miss looked pretty good against Georgia last week in Athens. I watched most of that game, so yeah. And then second reason, fuck OU and horns up. So,
Wow.
Yeah, we get
Money line.
yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I'm kind of gonna go the other way, but I like the confidence. Nah, Ole Miss has looked good. Lane Kiffin's obviously a good coach. It'd be fun to see his name get thrown around in the carousel. But I'm gonna go Oklahoma to win 27-20. So I'm agreeing with Tardy's opinion on the 7.5 spread. I just think this is a big spot for Oklahoma to get back in the win column after losing to Arch Manning in a disgusting football game. And I just think Material's going to get it's only getting healthier after that surgery. So I don't know. I think this is a big spot for them and they know it. So I'm going to side with them.
Yeah, so you're also riding with the under then as well.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma defense is probably the best one Ole Miss has seen so far. After they played LSU, Georgia. I mean, Georgia's defense is low-key a nightmare, but yeah, I'm going under.
I like the under.
It's interesting. I thought you were going to go Ole Miss just because you put Chambliss up on that top 10 quarterback list.
I did ride his shit a little bit, but I'm gonna revert back.
Speaking of the coaching carousel, I'm with Jared, but I don't think Florida. Hopefully that Auburn job opens up sometime soon in Lane Kiffin. I'm hoping by Sunday that job is open. And then for my pick, I'm kind of going to stick on the Oklahoma side. I think this one's going to be really close. I think it's going to be a bit of a grudge match. You kind of have an unstoppable force in Ole Miss's offense and then a movable object in Oklahoma's defense. They've been good all year. So I'm going to go Oklahoma to win 24-23, but I could see this one going either way. What I do like is the under. So I kind of agree
All right.
with Tardy plus 7.5, kind of a good bet. But that's what I got
So
there. Oklahoma
through
winning.
consensus, we thinking under, boys.
I
Yeah.
like the under.
Yeah.
OU's defense is solid.
Yeah.
The secondary.
I don't think
very
they can
physical
put up that many
linemen.
points either.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Yeah, and Oklahoma to stay within 7 points, I guess, as well, is kind of the consensus. Stay within a touchdown.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then third game of the slate, we'll move on to 3:30. BYU got a big win against Utah in the Holy War last weekend, and now they're ranked at 11. So they're one of the few undefeated teams left that aren't in the top 10, and they're going on the road to Iowa State, which is a pretty big game. Spread is currently -2.5 for Iowa State, even though they're unranked, and then 49.5 is the over/under. Guess, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
I think that's a very tough environment to play. I think those Iowa State fans are going to be rowdy, unranked, having a big dog come in, a big dog who also feels that they're very disrespected. I'm looking to see Iowa State cover that game.
Cover 2.5.
Yeah.
It's worked for me all year. Any Big 12 game, they're always around 55.5 point total. The over 90% of the time smacks. Take that over this weekend. A lot of points.
What's it at?
49.
49.
As
That's
of
wild.
right now.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Anything else? Nick? Mark?
Yeah, me and Tardy have the same pick, so I'll speak for us. We're kind of going the opposite. We are going to take BYU to cover while also adding additional point. So we're doing plus 3.5 BYU.
Okay.
I think it'll be a close game.
It might get
Yeah.
interesting. Like I said, Iowa State coming off a loss against Colorado. It's kind of tough.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
BYU's been solid all year. They're gonna at least cover against this team.
BYU's our quarterback's number 47, which I think is pretty cool. Just wanted to add that.
But
Yeah, I saw that.
at home. What?
I like the quarterback. I've never
Also,
seen
yeah,
a
No, yeah, he
No,
does wear 47.
Little point about their quarterback is they lost their starter to premarital sex, and that's actually their wide receiver who they moved to quarterback at the beginning of the season. That's why he wears number 47.
Oh, really?
That's
Okay.
right. He got kicked out.
I did
Wait.
not know that.
Wait. Is
Their
that
starting
real?
quarterback now plays at Tulane, Jake Renslav. He had premarital sex, got kicked off of BYU's campus.
Wait, that's
Well,
real?
having
This
much
is real?
Now
more
Bear
premarital
Bachmeyer,
sex than-
their wide receiver.
Terrible person for that, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Would
know.
you rather have a Georgia player in a car or a BYU player in the sheets? What do you think is more of a risk to a season?
I mean, Georgia boys going to jail. So, I mean,
Gotta be the call.
I don't know.
it's got to go.
Gotta be Nitro Tuggle.
I'm going with the
Wrap it
freak in
up,
the
though. He's out
sheets.
for 9 months.
Yeah, that's true. All right. I don't know. I'm going to go. I like Jerb's reason here. I mean, Iowa State's not an easy place to play. I also think it's kind of a little bit of a buy low spot. Tardy mentioned the Colorado loss, which did not look great. But this is probably the Big 12 is just so weird. Like, who would have told me BYU's undefeated in like week 9? That's just unheard of to me. They always go back and forth between who's ranked and who's not ranked. I just did the fucking 6-7. God damn it. But I'll go with Iowa State to win 27-24. So we're kind of all riding together. That covers Nick's 3.5. Jerb's liking of Iowa State. So I'm confident in Rocco Beck to bounce back. That's a good team.
Yeah, BYU, I feel like is getting a big boost because of that Utah win, which is big. But then if I look at all their other road games, so they played East Carolina, blew them out. That's fine. They went at Colorado, won by 3. Good win, you could say, against a mediocre at best. And then at Arizona, won by 5. Mediocre at best team as well. I don't think they play that well on the road. So I'm going to ride with you guys. Go Iowa State 30-23. I do have them covering that -2.5. But more importantly, I do have that over as well, over 49.5. So hopefully that Big 12 over trend continues. That's what I'm riding with.
All right.
Yeah, then we'll flip it over to the second 3:30 game that we got. Only one night game this week. So second 3:30 game is going to be number 15 Missouri going on the road at number 10 Vanderbilt. What world are we living in that Vanderbilt is number 10 and IU is number 2? But Vanderbilt is favored by 3.5 points, and it is 53.5 the over under.
What do we think, boys?
I mean, at least in my opinion, looking at it, I feel like a lot of people are going to be heavy on Missouri. I feel like a lot of people are going to be betting on them. So, given that, I'm going to go the other direction. I think Vandy covers. They've just been making us mad at every game, seeing them win, talking their talk against our team for some reason. So, I just think they're going to make us more mad this weekend, and they're going to cover, and it's just going to make our week probably worse.
Also, phenomenal uniform matchup.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Good point. That's actually what Vandy and the blacks, and then
Yeah.
or is Missouri wearing black? Nice. They both have nice black
Bro,
jerseys.
what
To be
are the
honest with
jersey
you.
combos?
I haven't seen what they're both wearing yet, but those are some great.
Just by knowing from seeing them,
Yeah.
they do got some swag. Anything else we like?
Yeah, for my pick, I'm going to Missouri money line. This is like purely
Dude, you and the
emotional.
underdog.
So I like am not gonna add this to my bet slip tomorrow, but I don't like Diego Pava at all. I mean, I think Vanderbilt should be like a humble school, and he's like super cocky. He's 24 years old, playing against 18, 19-year-olds.
Get a job.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm just taking Missouri money line for that reason. Don't really have much else to say. I mean, Missouri beat Auburn, which is that an impressive win, Harrison?
No,
And Jordan Hare?
no, it's not an impressive
In
win.
double
Doesn't mean
overtime
anything.
or maybe single overtime?
Doesn't mean anything.
Yikes. I kind of like that, Nick. Pavia's low key and
Impressive
a freak.
They are 3-11 against 4 teams in the last 2 years.
Don't make Harrison feel bad.
Yeah, thanks for throwing out stats, guys. All right. I'm moving on to you, Scott.
We're 0-15.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
Purdue's 0-15 against Power 4 teams in the last 2 years.
Jeez.
Those are
Yeah, we got
three
some-
wins you can hang your hat on.
We-
Fine, I'm like 4-28 between my two teams, so that's great.
All right, moving on. I'm gonna ride with Nick Loki. I don't like this spot for Pavia. I think actually Nick gave some good points about him being kind of over his own head. I just think like he played such a good game last week. I'll admit, but I think we see flashes of that Alabama game a little bit tomorrow. I think he gets back in the turnover column. I think we see him make a stupid mistake or something that kind of gives Missouri momentum. And I think this game's going to be close in general. So I'm just going to ride with Missouri. I do think this is a high scoring game. I have the final score at Missouri winning 30-27. So I think this is a one score football game. It could go either way. I'm probably not going to bet on it. I'll probably watch, maybe see how we feel about the live betting in the middle of it, but should be a good one. It's an important game for both those teams in terms of the playoff aspect and maybe SEC championship hopes. So, what do you like, Harry?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the exact opposite of like everything that's been said. Apparently, I actually knew that Nick was gonna go that route because he doesn't like when somebody comes in and ruins the nice academic school and turns them into like a big football party school. So obviously he doesn't like Diego Pavia. I don't like Diego Pavia either. I mean, he beat Auburn with New Mexico State, and then he beat them every year with Vandy. So, but I can't admit Vandy is here. Vandy's here to stay. I feel like everybody keeps saying, "How is Vandy winning these games? How is Vandy doing this?" Vandy's a good team. Like I'm finally accepting that. I'm moving on from that, and I don't think Missouri is as good as people think. I don't think they deserve the ranking that they have, and they barely beat an ass Auburn team who needs to fire their coach and can't move the ball with an offense. So I don't trust them. I have this one 31-20. Vanderbilt smoking Missouri. I don't even think it's that close. I think Missouri gets a late touchdown to keep it to closer than 14 points, but I think they win big, and Vandy just keeps on chugging along.
Is this game day too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is, which I would like to point out, game day needs to stop. I love the SEC and Big Ten, but game day should go back to doing some of those smaller schools, just in my opinion.
North Dakota,
North
South
Dakota.
Dakota State.
It should have gone to Dartmouth.
The 1 and 2 FCS game.
Could have been at the Holy War last weekend. I think that's a perfect game to go to.
Yeah.
That's a
The
big
Group of
win.
5 game this week, you could have always gone to Memphis. I kind of like it when they do those smaller schools.
Well,
So
that's yes. It's the
Yeah,
game of
like
the
it's
century.
number 1, number 2.
North
rivalry
Dakota,
game.
South
I
Dakota.
did. Yeah, I didn't even know that was
Oh, you
happening.
do.
So
The
On the map.
Kibby Dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Kibby Dogs.
All right. Before we get into this last game, I want to hear these parlays because I'm intrigued and they're our guests. So I want to hear this.
Parlay?
Oh yeah, Owen, you go first.
Give me the official names of them and then what's in them.
yeah, we'll
So
put the graphic up
my
on the
parlay
screen.
of the week is the Royal Real Parlay.
Okay, like that.
Starting off We got Northwestern plus 235 outright win against Nebraska.
Wow.
Hear me out. I think Northwestern is trending in the right direction. They're 5-2. They've looked tough against all their opponents. They beat Penn State even though when they were down, but and I think Mini Mahomes over there, he was supposed to progress this year. He looks the same as last year. I don't think he looks that good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all these rumors about Scott Frost, or not Scott Frost, their coach leaving,
Matt Rule. Yeah.
Matt Rule leaving, messing with the team mojo. I think Northwestern gets it done.
Are they on the road, Owen?
They're at Nebraska. That makes it a little tougher, but
It's a little tough, but I like when people are bold. So continue.
Then next, we got the battle for Kansas. I got Kansas State plus 142. I think Avery Johnson, we've been getting crapped on all year. He's going to turn around a little bit. This is a rivalry game. They're going to get up for this. Also on the road at Kansas. They're going to show them who runs Kansas.
And it's purple.
They're due a big win. They're doing
And it's purple. Next, we got Washington at home against Illinois.
More purple. Fuck
Illinois, not like that at all. They got smoked by Indiana. This is at Washington. Washington had a great comeback win against Maryland a few weeks ago. I think that team's also trending in the right direction. And that stadium gets loud.
Yeah.
Very loud. So I think I like Washington in that one. And the last one, TCU spread. It's at 16.5 right now on DraftKings, minus 115. I think their quarterback, Josh Hoover, is absolutely balling this year. If you look at their games, they put up points every single week. So I like them to cover that, as well as they're playing West Virginia. West Virginia is the best game they've had. They scored 24. They just can't move the ball. They just kind of suck. They had like 70 or so transfers in this year. They don't know what they're doing, so I like TCU to cover.
Solid light. And what are the odds on that? What is it? What do you
The
have down?
total odds are plus 2,300.
Wow.
$10 to win $240.
Damn.
Love that. That's a lot of purple too. So
A lot of purple.
that's good mojo.
Is it all purple? That's the theme.
It's all purple.
Yeah, I love K-State, by the way. I'm gonna throw that in my own. Like the fact that they beat TCU and TCU might look like one of the best teams in the Big 12. I like K-State, so I'll ride with you on that.
Love it.
Well, you never know.
All right. All right, Jerb.
Jerb, can we hear the name of your parlay like loud and clear, please?
This weekend we're rocking with the 6-7 parlay. So starting us off, I have the USF Bulls minus 6.5 against Memphis. I lived down in Tampa for a little bit. I know how these South Florida fans get. Sneaky, rowdy fan base. Also, Memphis is currently being poisoned by Grok. I don't know if that's going to affect them, but it definitely is not helping them.
All right.
Next game, we have Vanderbilt minus 7.5 against Missouri. Missouri historically has a very good offensive line. They put a lot of guys in the league. This year, kind of lacking. That's an offensive line that is not anywhere near their expectations. So I'm looking for Vanderbilt to beat them by 7.5. Up next, I had A&M minus 6.5. I don't know. I just think that they walk in Death Valley and punch them in the mouth. That team's looking for a big win coming up. And then I know I was riding with Ole Miss earlier in Lane Kiffin, but I have Oklahoma minus 7.5 for no reason other than I needed another minus spread, and they were favored. The odds on this are plus 3,333. I don't know how much you know about Chinese culture, but 3 is actually a lucky number because it is pronounced very similar to the word for life. So the brothers in the Far East are looking to ride with me on this one. It is $10 for 343. Yeah, that's a 6-7 lay.
I love it, Jerb. I absolutely love it. Hopefully we see some 6s and 7s. I guess we need more than that, but
it'll be 6-7, yeah.
Right. I got you. I like that.
I love the themed parlays too. I love that. I mean, I feel like that should start to be a thing that we do here with the themed parlays. Those are great. We'll have graphics for both of those, Jerb. I don't know if you have a graphic for that, but we'll help get one together.
I'll get Grok to do it, and maybe Memphis will be a little bit hotter.
Well, that's perfect. All right. Well, it's good to hear those parlays. We'll jump into the last game before we let you guys go. Probably the biggest one of the entire slate. It's undefeated number 3 in the country, Texas A&M, who's 7-0 right now, leading the SEC. going on the road into Death Valley at night against number 20 LSU, who just had a let up against Vandy. Wonder if they bounce back here. Let's hear your thoughts.
So I don't know if you guys have been checking the weather, but what's the time for the game again? Like 8 o'clock?
7:30 p.m.
7:30. It's supposed to be raining starting at 2 throughout the whole night. So the swamps will be messy throughout the whole night. So based on that, that just only motivates my pick of LSU. I think at home, I think when it gets sloppy, bigger teams tend to fall harder. So I think LSU can come out with the win at home against a messy game. I think it will be messy and it'll possibly be very low scoring.
All right. Nick, Owen?
I think the messy game really favored Texas A&M. I'm gonna have to go the other way on this. Texas A&M, I think they're bigger on both lines. They're grittier. They're gonna get this done in the trenches. LSU is a team about finesse, quarterbacks, wide receivers. They're not gonna be able to use that if they're slipping and sliding all over the field. So I'm going with A&M.
Nick?
So I was not aware of the weather until
Neither was I.
But still does not change my pick. I'm taking LSU to win outright. I personally hate A&M so much, and they deserve to lose. And they're 7-0. I just don't know how they haven't lost yet, and they're ranked number 3 in the country. And I think this is a game they'll walk into and lose. I'm not gonna add this on my bet slip. But I mean, LSU's desperate to win, and I mean, they lost to Vandy last week. Like, I don't know how the fuck that happened, but yeah. So I'm taking the Tigers in Death Valley.
Just out of curiosity, what is on your official bet slip?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
So I was just gonna take the over.
Not-
I was gonna take the over, but then Tori wrote the weather, so I
Yeah.
might change that now.
Fair.
But
I think it's going to be all Aggies all day on the floor, getting it
Yep.
done. Like you said earlier, they're just bigger. Big O-line, some big corn-fed boys.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a piggyback off Jerv. That's a good note on the line. That's going to be important, especially in a rainy game, like Darty said. I'm going with A&M. I think that this is actually a pretty good football team, top tier of the SEC with those big boys. That note on the weather kind of shakes me, but I still had this game going under anyway. I just had it going like slightly under. I think what is it, 49.5 or something?
Yeah.
I had Texas A&M winning 28-21, so I was kind of right on that number. But over bettors are going to be pissed by that not hitting by half a point. But I think Texas A&M gets this done. I don't think their loss is here yet. They'll probably have one of those big losses against one of these teams, but I don't think it happens this week.
I'm just letting you know before Harrison goes that like their schedule, like I'm pretty sure this is like their hardest game.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think they might play Missouri, but
Yeah, they've got Missouri and then Texas at the end of the year, obviously.
okay, never mind then.
Okay, Texas.
Yeah, Texas isn't good,
But I mean, yeah,
It could be.
Nick just pointed out, that's kind of where my reasoning comes into. I'm looking for a loss on this A&M schedule. I don't think they're an undefeated team. I don't think they deserve to end up going undefeated. This is the main spot I see a loss. Actually, though, when I made my pick originally, I had Texas A&M winning because I looked back. If you remember last year when Alabama played on the road at LSU in the same spot, LSU had 2 losses, same week of the year. Alabama went in there and beat them 42-13 at Death Valley. And I originally had this game going similar to that, just where Texas A&M walks in there and like LSU's off the map and Brian Kelly's gone. But the rain does play a factor. I think if it's going to be a run game and it's going to be a big boys up front game, I actually think LSU will get the nod on that, and I think their defense is good enough to hold Marcel Reed and Texas A&M. So I've got 27-21 LSU, and then that goes with the under as well.
All right, and that's the slate.
Yep.
Love it.
That's the slate. Any other picks that you guys like or want to throw out there at all? Anything?
Spike wanted me to tell y'all to on Navy football money line. They are undefeated.
So who's Navy playing? Just out of curiosity.
I have no idea. Spike called me.
Okay. Well, so whatever that is, we're gonna take that money line and take it to the bank.
Fade
Spike.
Any best bets the 4 of you have? Like what is your bankroll going on tomorrow?
Diego
Or besides, if you're just riding with that parlay, that's fine. But if there's anything you're extremely
bucks for 500.
I'm gonna throw some money on
anything we're like extremely confident in, or are we just rolling with
the 6-7 parlay is
okay. All right.
Smacking.
Love it.
So Navy's playing Florida Atlantic. and the spread is 14.5 anyways. So is Spike saying to put it on the spread or the money line?
Yeah,
It's minus 700
Yeah.
for Navy.
Oh my God.
We're just gonna discredit that. Love the service schools though, so I'm not gonna shit on Navy. But I'm not gonna be looking at that game or paying attention whatsoever. Good luck, Spike, in your $1 to win $1.30. I think that about wraps it up for we've got the Deep Sea Dogs marquee matchups and our best bets. Thank you guys for coming on. I know it's homecoming weekend, so we'll
Yeah,
just
what are we doing
last
tonight?
best bet. Purdue money
We're
line.
going to Harry's right
Harry's.
after this and drinking 1,000 beers.
1 million beers.
What do we think about the basketball game?
Boilers lose by 2 because we.
You think it's like a scrimmage that we just lose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Braden Smith gets 15 minutes and then sits.
Oh, you think he doesn't play at all, like the starters?
Barely.
Not a full.
That's fair.
Is that how they've done in the past? Like they only play the starters for a little bit?
He is the biggest seller of exhibition games. He does not give
Yeah,
up.
we just don't win those.
Who do we play? Salt Lake in the house.
Arkansas, yeah.
Honestly,
Okay.
Arkansas in the charity game, and they act like it was their Super Bowl, and then what they go like 14-16. Bums.
You would've thought they
After
stormed
IU
the court.
Tennessee in an exhibition game, and I got hype about that, and then IU proceeded to go way under 500 in the Big Ten. I will never watch an exhibition game ever again. So
Hey, shout out Danny Mayer. You know, he's really intrigued on punching all the exhibition games.
if you want some good locks,
Yeah.
Danny's exhibition lines, I'm gonna lock.
Yeah, he's locked in today.
I'll have to give him a ring.
yeah, we'll
But yeah, we'll let y'all get to the chocolate shop. And let's go Boilers.
Yeah, Boiler
Go
money line.
Boilers, thanks for having us.
Yes, sir, fellas.
Of course. Thanks for coming on, boys. All right. Well, always fun to have the boys on the podcast. Hopefully, we'll get some more guests on soon. That was the first ever guest, so a little bit of a run of that. We'll have all the picks up on our Twitter. Yusko, I think you were going to have your lock of the week up there, right?
Yeah, get to the Twitter, see the lock of the week. Still dialing it in. I'm going back and forth with a few spots. So run to the Twitter to find all of our official selections and all those good things, because if you want to make money, that's where they'll be.
Yeah, and something we forgot to mention earlier, just because we had the boys on there, is our record last week was actually pretty good with our bets. I think we picked it up a lot. Louisville, big win for the Deep Sea Dogs, and then Georgia Tech money line, big win there, and then your lock of the week. If you want to talk about that, I mean that was strong.
Yeah, ASU played really well. The reasoning behind that pick, because I know I didn't really talk about it on the pod, just threw it up on Twitter. Levitt was coming back off the injury, and he's a guy I like, and Tech was down there starting quarterback. So it was kind of generous of them to give Tech 7 points, and ASU came out and won the game. I really didn't fully see that happening, but I mean, unpredictable sport. I liked the 7.5 points or 7 points because, I thought this was a 1-score football game, which it was, and ended up covering the whole game, which was huge for me, huge for us, and looking to carry the momentum into the next week. Hopefully I can get on a hot streak here, because that'd be lit.
Yeah, so it seems like we're picking up pace a little bit. Hopefully this week goes well. Best of luck to all your picks.
Likewise, sir.
Sent them in. We'll have it up on Twitter, so make sure you go check that out. And let's have another great weekend of college football.
Yes, sir.
With
Huge
that
week.
being said-
Oh, and then wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
College basketball next week. We're going into that next week.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that. Actually, we'll just do it now because we'll doing college basketball soon. And the way we talked earlier about this, the way we're going to do that is instead of doing 2 episodes a week that we do for college football, one of those is now going to turn into college basketball because it is during the week. We're going to do the midweek being college basketball, and then the Friday is still going to be right before Saturday for college football, things like that. If you are a college basketball fan and you listen to this, make sure you listen in to our other segment as well. But we're going to have 2 of those coming out now. So we're excited for this.
Should be fun. Another good sport to follow, good season. And yeah, more locks, baby. More picks, more everything. More hook the line. Yes, sir.
More hook the line. That's what we love. We're all around here. Gonna just put it out there. Marshall, big pick here. Picked A&M.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
We've got Marshall picking A&M to cover. I know you don't know who that is if you're listening, but just trust him. He is a locks machine. So we'll go.
Yeah, that makes me nervous about my A&M selection. But yeah, no.
All right.
Shout out Wang.
I will see you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Another-